And today I want to give you a few tips on how to deal better with your boss. The first thing that you'll want to do as a support person, as a professional person in your work environment, is to come to an agreement about expectations. In other words, figure out what your expectations are and what your boss's expectations are. Define success. What does success look like for you? What does success look like for your boss? You see, when you're able to do this, this is going to allow you to be seen more as a partner and less as a worker. The second thing that you can do to enhance your relationship with your boss is to make some time to meet. In my seminars, particularly the ones for administrative assistants, I always tell them to take the time to take your boss out to lunch. Now, you may be thinking, Dr. A, I don't have money to take my boss out to lunch, and that's my boss, and I'm just a worker. You have to elevate your mind when it comes to the way you see yourself and the way you see your boss. And when you have this lunch, here's what you're going to do. You're going to share your ideas with your boss. And in turn, you're going to encourage your boss to share his or her ideas with you. The conversation could start something like this. So tell me what your goals and your vision is for our organization, and how can I help you make that happen? Many times, administrative support people particularly don't have this conversation. However, having this conversation is going to put you in a place where you're seen as a partner again and not simply as a worker. Number 3, learn how to respond to your boss when your boss is under pressure. Pay attention. What happens when your boss's boss comes into his or her office and they're pounding him? What's on their plate today? You see, when you figure out what your boss does under pressure, then you can respond rather than react. Now, a response is a knee-jerk. A reaction is knee-jerk. A response is something that you thought through, something that you've decided that you're going to use so that you can make the best of that particular situation. Now, the fourth thing that you'll want to do is to figure out, how does your boss respond to things? Is it better to send them an email? Do you get a better response when you get face-to-face? Some bosses like to just close their offices doors and they don't come out until the end of the day. And they do all of their communicating via email. If that's your boss, then it would be beneficial for you to know that, so that you can help yourself to create a cohesive relationship with that person based on the way they process and give out information. Now, the fifth thing that you're going to want to do is learn how to listen with an active ear. Active listening means that you're going to take the time to acknowledge what your boss is saying. You're going to be quiet and allow your boss to speak. You're going to use open-ended questions like, tell me more about this project that we're working on and what you expect. You see, open-ended questions will allow that person to give you more information. Finally, you're going to be solution-oriented. When people come to bosses, particularly the support staff, and they come to bosses with problem after problem after problem, they are seen as whiners. And remember, no one loves a whiner. No one wants to deal with a whiner. So that you can enhance your relationship with your boss, you're going to be solution-oriented. You're going to look at problems as opportunities that allow you to be more creative to help your boss and your organization. So there you have it. I want to go back over those quickly. First, you're going to come to an agreement about expectations with your boss. Number 2, you're going to make time to meet with your boss so that you can cultivate a partnership. Number 3, you're going to figure out how your boss responds under stress so that you can adjust accordingly. Number 4, you're going to figure out the best way to communicate with your boss. Do they communicate a lot by email, face to face? Well, whatever it is, you're going to figure that out so that you can enhance your relationship. Then you're going to listen with an active ear. You're going to begin to ask open-ended questions and listen with your head, your heart, and your ears and your eyes. Because if you're using all of those senses, you're going to perceive things that your boss may not verbally say to you. And then finally, you're going to be solution-oriented. Rather than going in with the problem, you're going to go in with the solution. So there you have it. Take those tips and enhance your relationship with your boss. And I promise you that it's going to make a world of difference in your career. So this is Dr. A signing off, reminding you that we all have gaps and we need to close those gaps. So you have a great day, and I will blog with you tomorrow.